Humans have dreamed of immortality for thousands of years. But what if we actually achieved it? What if science and medicine advanced to the point where we could live forever? What would that mean for our world? Let's start with science and medicine. If humans could live forever, healthcare as we know it would cease to exist. Doctors, hospitals, pills, none of it would have any meaning. Scientists, however, would have a field day. Researchers would be able to study everything from the human lifespan to the effects of aging on the body. Basically, they'd have an endless amount of time to conduct experiments, which begs the question, would diseases even matter anymore? If you plan on living forever, overpopulation is going to be a problem. No one's going to die, so the population would continue to grow. This puts pressure on food, housing, and all natural resources. With more people comes more consumption. The planet would need to produce more food, more homes, and more everything to support its ever-growing population. Speaking of population, if you live forever, you won't need to retire. You can keep working until you're, well, dead. Money would become meaningless since no one would need to save for retirement or for their kids' education. It would also mean that the rich would get richer and the poor would get poorer. After all, the wealthy could afford to live more sustainably and take better care of the environment, while the poor would likely suffer. But what about love, marriage, and family? If you're planning on living forever, you'll need to rethink relationships. Marriage as an institution might cease to exist. Why marry someone when you could just as easily divorce them and marry someone else? Children would likely be a big part of everyone's life, since having kids would be the only way to ensure the continuation of the species. Parents would also need to be prepared to live with their kids for hundreds of years. And what about mental health? How would your mind cope with living centuries, even millennia? Would you eventually go insane? Finally, there's culture and innovation. Would living forever spark infinite creativity and innovation, or would progress slow to a halt? After all, why take risks when you have all of eternity to do something else? What if humans became complacent and stopped innovating altogether? So the question we're left with is, would living forever be a blessing or a curse? You decide. Leave your thoughts in the comments.